In late October 2012, many unfortunately witnessed Hurricane Sandy, a storm so severe it sadly caused over 250 fatalities and over $60 billion in devastation. However, to my surprise, Arverne by the Sea in Far Rockaway, Queens, a New York City oceanfront community only yards from the Atlantic, remained nearly untouched. Today we will pay a visit and speak with their developers and homeowners to discover their secret. What were your responses of the homeowners after Hurricane Sandy?
Well, I think everybody was just standing around kind of in shock because nobody believed that, there was so much damage. We were hearing all about all this damage, and we're sitting up here feeling a little bit guilty because, there not a single thing happened up there. There was no water, there was no groundwater.
You actually were here during Hurricane Irene. So
yes.
You decided to stay.
Yes, that was last year, and we stayed, and we were renting. Our landlord left, the neighbors left, and they went to Westchester where the trees came down, electricity went out, and they actually got stuck upstate for maybe like a week without power. We were here going, your house is fine, come home.
The system, so to speak, which was planned in 2002, really starts with the boardwalk. And the boardwalk absorbs a lot of the energy from the surge and the storm. And you can see the boardwalk actually did its work. The boardwalk in this area really absorbed a lot of the initial energy from the surge. But then you see the beachfront preserve, the sandy area? That's actually there by design. And you can actually see how, you see the tree, how the trees, and the whole beachfront preserve area is the second front, so to speak, where it also absorbs the energy, and it also breaks up the wave. The waves break, like you can see the tree would break the wave. Then, the third part of the system is the beachfront road, that new roadway. That's all new infrastructure. There's a very extensive new storm water system in that roadway. Importantly, we also raised the grade of the entire site, in some locations by 8-9 feet, but certainly well above the base flood elevation, which is obviously a very important point for all to do as they rebuild the Rockaways. But in addition to that, and what you don't see, is their extensive and quite expensive stormwater system that's in place in each and every one of these homes, in the front yard and the backyard.
It's the water goes down here. It's into these real deep, big catch basins, and they can process. I don't know how many gallons of water. It's a huge amount of water that can be, just sitting underneath us, but not up here.
There are no overhead wires. All of the wires, all of the transformer boxes are on waterproof boxes there or underneath. So there's no wires to collapse, and so that was a requirement of the process too. So,
what was your thought the next morning? Knowing that you're Arverne by the Sea, feet away from the water. When you woke up, what did you think?
Well, that's interesting because it looked like a Norman Rockwell setting from my house because I didn't lose the shingle. But I went around with my camera and I was in shock. I've never seen such devastation in my life.
Right.
It was incredible.
But you're in Arverne by the Sea. Nothing was touched.
Not my house.
Nothing was touched. You look around.
This is just what you need to see right here.
Oh, yeah.
That's the foundation with nothing built on it yet.
Wow. And I heard literally a week after Hurricane Sandy, the contractors were back out here fixing.
They sure were.
Yeah, they actually.
And siding and so forth, that had been taken off by the wind.
Yeah, there was very little, but whatever it was, they were here and did it all in one day.
Yeah. And I'm going to come back around, and you'll probably get a little bit better shot.
A few of the things that we do, which helped us in this situation, was it all starts below grade in the piles in the foundation. We have timber piles that are driven anywhere from 20 to 35 feet below grade, with a foundation on top of them, which is actually on the top is 8 inches of poured concrete reinforced, similar to what you would have in a commercial building. On top of that whole structure, we have our exterior framing is all metal, true connected, which is a lot stronger than the typical conventional wood framing that you would have out on Long Island or at some of these smaller bungalows. Inside of the homes, it's all timber framed inside. The exterior has a gyp sheathing, which is screwed and nailed to the metal studs. And on top of that, we have a Tyvek house wrap with James Hardy cementitious siding. The uniqueness about the siding is that we worked with them at the beginning of the project to come up with a way that would better secure it, understanding the fact that we are this close to the Atlantic Ocean and understanding the fact that these hurricanes do and have happened. So I think that was a key in keeping the siding on the homes. When you get up to the roof, we worked with Owens Corning in finding the best product that we could and the best nailing pattern that would as well, again, work in the harsher conditions of the oceanfront living, and which again is evident by the minimal damage we sustained by it. Another thing which is a feature that we're proud of is the windows. The windows that we use are the standard window has a rating of a DP35. We have a window that rates higher than that and which can withstand much more force, both direct force and the actual pressure of a storm.
Anyway, that's sort of Arverne. That's the why we did so well, and it really is like I said. It wasn't only the development team. It was the city. It's Department of City Planning. It's HPD. It's the Department of Buildings. It's the development team working together to really do it right. And thank God we got it right. So
You must have a lot of people coming to you asking to build their homes now after this.
yes, well we have a lot of folks down in Bell Harbor area and actually down in Breezy Point that we're helping rebuild their homes because obviously we know how to build these things properly.
Absolutely.
So we're very, we got to see a lot of interest. There's still a lot of interest in Arverne by the Sea.
Right.
Because obviously it survived the storm.
Right.
The area along the ocean, really untouched.
Right.
So, yes, I mean, we see a lot of action, a lot of activity.
If I can brand the sponsors' work, eco-vigilant.